This is Morons at First Sight, the unofficial...
Ricky!
It's funny.
Do you have intro music?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't have the money to buy royalty-free music.
My brother could make us something. I forgot.
Well, let's bring him on into the production.
All right. Next episode, we'll have music.
All right.
Okay.
Because you know why? This is Morons at First Sight, the unofficial Married at First Sight recap podcast. We break down the ins and outs of the morons of Married at First Sight. To help you down this journey, I'm Ricky.
And I'm Aury.
And welcome to Morons at First Sight.
Woo! We are going to be starting with season 7, episode 1.
Because we are too good to start at season 1. We weren't smart enough to think of this idea when the show first came out.
Exactly.
That would have made us a lot smarter, made it a lot better.
Well, now we're super fans, and that's what matters.
What makes us qualified to be the ones that talk about people like this?
Well, we're not at all, but we're just regular people with opinions, so we made a podcast.
Hell yeah. I agree. I feel like my opinion should be heard.
Well,
going off my dating life, I'm very qualified to critique anyone who gets married
at first sight.
At first sight. All right,
well, let's get into it. Season 7 is in Dallas, Texas.
Wait, hold on. Just for anyone that is stupid enough to watch this and not know what Married at First Sight is, what is Married at First Sight?
Married at First Sight is basically a show where people get married at first sight. They describe it as a modern day arranged marriage. So they have 3 alleged experts. One of them's a pastor, and I think 2 of them, one's a social worker and one's a therapist or something. I don't know. It's just something. They're, I guess, qualified. And they basically do matchmaking in a city and get a bunch of people to come in, take a test, and then they match 2 strangers, a male and a female stranger, to be married ASAP without ever meeting each other. They do not meet until they walk down the aisle.
Hence why we call it Morons at First Sight, because just describing that, if you're describing that to someone just off the cuff,
right.
I mean, we'll get into it once we start dissecting the episode, but walking up to someone I'm getting married. Dude, congrats. And then afterwards, you're like, who is she? I don't know.
Well, that's why when they explain it to their friends and family, it's so funny. And even recapping to you what the show's about, I was embarrassed to be saying it out loud and to be a fan. No shame.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's like watching a train wreck.
Yeah, you can't look away.
Yeah, exactly. You're kind of just ooh, this is so intriguing. Here, pull your mic a little bit closer to you. Okay. Just in case. Oh, my notes. Oh, whoops. No.
Well, we can start. I'll just say that the couples for this season are Amber and Dave, Danielle and Bobby, and Mia and Tristan. So just kind of right off the bat, what are your thoughts on? Go through each couple. We'll go through our thoughts.
All right. So here's my thoughts. I wrote down, I'm going off Amber and Dave first. First of all, Amber, totally in the clouds. She seems like a total space head,
right.
Just the kind of person just oh, life is happening.
Yeah.
And things happen around me, but I don't know how to describe it. You know what I mean when I say she's just a space head?
She's airheaded.
Airheaded, yeah. That's what I said originally, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
And she's also super baby obsessed. And I think there's always one person on the show who's I want to do this because I want children. And they don't want to go to...
Which is totally the right reason. Those,
right.
What are those kids going to turn out like? I married your father on a game show just so you would be born.
Right. She doesn't want to go to a sperm bank, so she has to be married at first sight.
And Dave, just a basic white collar guy.
Dave is, no offense to him, but he's so boring.
All right. On my notes, right here, it says they're boring.
Dude, Dave is so boring.
He was just a regular old dude, just hey, I go to work and then I,
come home.
Yeah.
No, even the way he says shit is so boring. He's I enjoy creating healthy meals for myself. Everything he says seems I don't know, he read it in a book on how to just be a general guy. Yeah, exactly. So those were first impressions of them. But some things that they have in common are their alleged healthy lifestyles, which They say they're healthy. I don't know how in shape they are, but
they look pretty in shape. I mean,
look okay.
Maybe Amber was like made of plastic or something.
They're not
maybe she surgically put herself into shape.
Right. Well, yeah. So they're like in shape. And then they also both stated that they want a family with zero effort put in. Like they just want a family to materialize. So that's what they both want. They have that in common. Okay, what did you think about Danielle and Bobby?
All right. So they're the couple I'm going to be rooting for, I think.
Really? I fucking hate Bobby.
Bobby's such a goober.
Bobby, I'm calling it. Bobby has secret anger issues. I'm telling you, he's going to be a brat and be like throwing temper tantrums. I'm calling it.
All right. You're not, I'm inclined to believe you, but did you see him like, okay, so during the first episode, okay, never mind. We'll go through the couples and then I don't know what I'm doing.
No, you can say.
Okay.
Go.
So the episode starts off, obviously they're introducing the couple. I mean, they're introducing us to who these people are, right? And the episode ends with them like going to the altar and things. But the reason I fell in love with Bobby is just because when they're at the bachelor party, just the way he was fucking dancing reminds me of an old friend I had that when he was dancing at a party, he was just kind of like.
Well, your friend maybe was a nice guy, but I think that Bobby is psycho.
He's got some psychotic tendencies.
But yeah, and Bobby also says he's a self-proclaimed Southern gentleman, which like, shut up. And then he says...
That's like the nice guy argument.
Right.
I'm just a nice guy.
Yeah, he thinks because he's short as shit that like he's nice. That's not true. And then he also... A direct quote is that he has failed miserably in relationships in the past. So he's obviously going to be shit at this one too, because he couldn't even handle it when he knew the person.
Yeah, and I also noted, I think his mom wants him to get married more than he does.
I think that his mom is overbearing and wants to like she was like, oh, another woman's gonna come into my son's life.
Exactly. No, that's what she was welcoming of it. She wants him to get married so bad. She's probably like on that grandmother kick of like, give me them goddamn grandbabies.
I feel like on one hand she wants it, but on the other hand she still wants to be the number one woman in his life.
Yeah.
That's like the vibe I got.
I can see that.
Yeah.
That makes total sense.
He's matched with Danielle. So what did you... She's just... Well, you're rooting for them. So what do you think about Danielle?
She just seems like the most level-headed out of all of them so far.
She seems chill, but... I don't know how emotionally expressive she is, but she seems chill. I think
she did express that her vagina is shaved and missing a tan spot.
We'll get into that. When we get that, we're gonna get into that. She said that she has been in love before and it hasn't worked out. So that's kind of the same thing that Bobby said. Like they had those similarities and they both love dogs, which like who the fuck doesn't? And then
I wrote that down too. They're both dog people.
But her mom didn't approve at the beginning of the episode.
Oh yeah, I know. That was kind of they were wedding dress shopping and then she was like, is my mom gonna be here?
Right.
It's probably because her mom's smart.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like a lot of the families don't agree and the people are like, why can't they just support me? And it's like, what?
Here's the one thing I also noticed when they're, during the episode, they have to go tux and wedding dress shopping, right? Mm-hmm. When they're tux shopping, I fucking hate Bobby's bow tie.
I don't remember. Yeah.
It was black with like a white liner on it. And then when he puts it on, it looks like a cummerbund up on his neck. And it's hideously disgusting.
I don't remember that, but I'm going to trust you on it.
Oh, I'm very correct. Quote me on that.
Okay, Mia and Tristan. I like the most. I like Tristan. He seems so sweet. What do you think?
I don't know. The parents of Mia are hilarious.
Mia's parents are funny
because they were just outright like, are you stupid?
Yeah, her brother was like, you're too smart for this. Why are you doing this? They're both religious, though. They both are really religious. She said that she wants a man to help her accomplish goals. And she straight up was like, no specific goal, just like goals. And I just want a man to help me accomplish them. So I really don't think that's a reason to get married because you can't achieve your goals yourself.
She just has no direction. It's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think?
She also said that she's not going to kiss him at the altar.
Right. Yeah, that was another thing that I found so odd. Like, she was like, I might shake his hand.
Like, if this is... I mean, this whole thing is stupid in general. Like,
right.
Just getting married at first sight.
Right.
But if you're going to jump into it...
Just fuck the first night.
Fucking jump into it right away.
100%.
Because, I mean, we'll go into... We have, like, previous seasons. Yeah. You saw where that leads off. We'll go into previous seasons one day, too. We'll go through all the...
Yeah, we can do a recap. But when they don't have sex the first night or, like, soon, the relationship, I think, ends sooner or becomes, like, really bad. Yeah, because you're just living in a house with someone and you're playing house, but you're not making that emotional, sexual connection. Up and
everything. Just...
Yeah. So that's probably not going to end well in that way. And then I also wrote that she wears way too much blush. No offense to her, but...
All right, so you picked up on something that I didn't.
Right.
I did not put my phone on silent. There we go.
We'll put it on silent now. Just kidding.
It just did.
Oh, Tristan said that he's sad he couldn't make it to the NBA, so he needs to find purpose. So both of them basically...
So that's codependency.
They're both codependent because she needs someone to help her accomplish goals that she doesn't even know she has. And then he wants someone to help him find purpose in life. So... Like, they're losers. I'm not trying to be...
Yes, like, that's a kind of perfect way to describe them. They are kind of losers.
Yeah, like, it just made me kind of sad. I was like, well, they're both going on the show because they don't know who they are, and they're, like, scared, and they need someone to, like, give them direction and be codependent with.
I like when they were going through, like, the bachelorette party that her sister, Mia's sister, was, like, the most level-headed person out of everyone's like, yo, this is stupid. What are you doing? Like, why?
Yeah. She was losing it. So during the... We can actually... Let's talk about the bachelor and bachelorette parties because I have some notes here. I was starting to just get, like, rude towards all of them in my notes. We should talk about that.
Let's lay it on me.
Okay, so I talked about Mia's sister yelling at her and crying, but then Tristan was drinking a White Russian, which is like... Isn't that milk and vodka? With Brussels sprouts. Like, that's the grossest combination that I've ever heard of in my life.
Is that where you draw the line at?
Yeah, I liked him until that.
You're on Tristan's side until he saw. He's like, is that motherfucker drinking Brussels sprouts in a White Russian?
Well, I was like, what is he, the dude? And then with Brussels sprouts, I was just thinking about how his tummy is gonna.
Oh, he's gonna fart like crazy.
He's gonna go to the strip club and be farting all night and have diarrhea, like. So,
hey ladies, guess who's single one last day? Oh shit, boners and farts.
I had issues with that. What did you think about the other bachelor and bachelorette parties?
Well, Dave's was boring. Bobby's was hilarious. Just like I said, I like seeing him dance. When he was on that what's it called? Electronic bowl. He could barely hold himself on.
I totally forgot that he did that and how like embarrassing it looked.
He just looked like a wacky inflatable arm tube man trying to holding on to it, just like.
Dude, he did look like that. Yeah. So, and then he also at the end of it, he was like, some of their quotes are just so ridiculous to me. Like he was like, I just want her to know I'm already committed to her, even though I don't know who she is.
Like during the ring shop buying.
No, he said that after he rode the mechanical bull.
Burping. I was thinking of when they're all buying rings. Mm-hmm. He gave out like this huge monologue. About being in love and stuff, and then like.
Dude, Tristan threw secret shade when he was like after the monologue. Tristan, who's obviously was going to be in the NBA, and then you have Bobby, who's probably my height, like probably 5 foot 4'11". I mean, maybe he's more, but he's short as shit. And Tristan goes, "Oh, dude, let me give you a hug for that speech." He goes, "Let me come down there and give you a hug."
Did he say that?
Yeah, he goes, "I'm going to come down for that." He threw such shade.
I don't remember that at all. I was just like, they both just looked so awkward standing there while he was going through this, and like, okay, yeah, Bobby's definitely psychotic now. I'm thinking about it. He had like the murderous intent in his eyes. He's like, I just want to find this girl, and I want her to give this ring, and I want her to know that she means as much to me as I mean to her.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Let's take this ring and symbolize it here forever.
Yeah, he's too intense. Like, he's too intense, and it's not warranted yet. Like, he hasn't even met her, and he's like, I'm committed to her. Like, that's nice, and obviously every woman wants a man who's committed to her, but it's fucking weird, I'm telling you. He's gonna be psycho.
Well, only coming episodes can tell.
Oh, and part of his speech that I thought was so funny that I wrote Tristan had a sly burn. But then I wrote, Bobby wants everyone to know a ring shape is a perfect circle. He was like, a ring is a perfect circle.
Did he say that?
Yes.
I don't remember that at all.
He's like, it just symbolizes eternity and forever. And like, this is my wife. And this is actually, I'm going to go a little bit on a rant. I don't even know who's watching this or listening to this at this point.
The most important people.
So like our mom, and that's it. But
we have tens
of thousands of followers. Mm-hmm. The thing about this show that I think kills me the most is these people want something instantly that takes so much time to build. And to me, they always say that experts are always like, oh, we have these brave couples. They're not brave. Like, I think being brave is when you basically waste time, like trying to get to know people and like go through those things that hurt you and you learn about them. And like, those are the things that make you stronger. It's not brave to just want that hand delivered to you because you filled out a survey. Like, they're all like, I want someone who's committed to me forever and my best friend and blah. Like, all the things they want are things everybody wants, but you can't have that instantly.
They don't want to put in the work.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to put in the effort. So based on that, like, if they don't want to put in the effort to get to that point, they're not going to put effort in just because they're married. That's why I think all these fail. Like, you can see them, they can't put in effort, and when things get tough, they're just like, I don't know, it would be like this. And it's like, well, usually you built something with someone so you want to push through those hard things.
Right.
But that's what kills me about this fucking show. They're so lazy.
Oh, that's the addictive quality of the show too, is because you know, you can see yourself in these people and be like, or not really see yourself in them.
Yeah.
You see these people and then you kind of compare yourself to them and be like, at least I'm not that dumb.
At least I'm not right. Right. And they came to DC.
Oh, yeah. By the way, season 8.
Season 8 is in DC. Oh, we should have signed up. Anyway.
No, that's going to be our next recap season. We'll be on this show and then we'll be critiquing ourselves. Like, what do you think about the Ricky and Ariana couple? Oh, those fucking idiots.
They don't want to put the work in.
No, they want it all handed to them.
Ariana waxed her vagina and it was like white. Like, can we talk about that, by the way? What's her name? Danielle, talking about how she said, since we were talking about the bachelor parties, her vagina is not tan.
Because she just got a spray tan.
Right. She got a spray tan and then that day got the pubes waxed off of her vagina and muff. Why would you do that?
What's the problem? I don't see a problem.
I don't see a problem with that. I should have known though, because her false lashes.
Are they fake?
Yeah, and they're not good. So.
It's funny how differently we interpret this. Like, I think it's a good thing that we have a male and female perspective on this show, because I see things totally different than you do. Like, I didn't look at their makeup or eyelashes or nails or anything once.
Really? So doing all that shit to my face every day and getting my nails done, men don't look at that?
I mean, we look, but we don't dissect it. If that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
I acknowledge that, yes, like, your face is very pretty, but I don't dissect of like, all right, she put a little too much blush there, the eyelash is too long, the brows don't match or anything. It's an acknowledgement, but not a dissection.
I see. Okay, so that's how women are different.
So yeah, like I can tell that they put like makeup on.
Right.
Because I was looking at like Amber, like hers was caked on. Right?
I know, because she has acne scars. I feel bad.
Is that what? See, that another way that you dissected it more. I was just like, oh, she just has makeup on.
Oh, you didn't notice her scars?
No, I didn't notice. The only thing I noticed was just like when she didn't have makeup on, her eyebrows were like pencil thin, but when she did, they're like marker thick.
Right. Well, that gives me hope for my acne scars then.
Don't worry, I got them too. They're like all up and down here.
I think almost everybody has them. Okay, so Amber also got drunk at her bachelorette party, and it was so funny to me.
And puking.
Yeah, she threw up in a bucket in the back of the limo.
You could see her trying to keep her composure, like when they had the camera on, like, this was fun.
And she was like, I'm glad everybody your dog arrived here. Like, she couldn't compute. Let's go back to their... Should we go back to their dress shopping? We didn't really talk about that.
All right, who do you think has the best dress?
Oh, definitely Mia. Hers was so pretty.
Really?
Yeah, the lace. I love that.
I thought Danielle's was better.
What was Danielle's?
Hers was just like a simple...
Oh, it was like a sweetheart neckline, and then it went out.
What's that mean?
Like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like that. So, like, for wedding dresses, I like just a basic wedding dress that just kind of flows nice.
Yeah.
Like, the Mia's is just like...
Too much. Oh.
Not saying it's a bad dress.
Right.
But, like, it's just so much going on there. It's just like, okay, where does it all start and end? I don't know.
Right. Well, you know I like that flashy shit. Oh, that was another thing I wrote. So Danielle's eyebrows, I'm not trying to pick Danielle apart, and this has nothing to do with anything, but she's got to really get it together. Like, her eyebrows, I don't even know if I should go into this, but just the way she's drawing them on, like, she's trying to do an ombre powder brow. Like, I know what she's trying to do, and I know probably what she's using the wrong things.
What's an ombre powder brow?
It's like where...
Powder brow or brow?
Brow. Like eyebrow. It's like where it starts out like really chill here and like light and then gets darker. So it kind of like fades naturally how an eyebrow would. Like, you know, there's more scarce hairs here and then more back here. So it will like naturally kind of fade and ombre out. But she's doing it backwards. Like, this part is faded and then this part's dark as shit. And she's doing it powder. It's like a velvet kind of powder pencil that she's using, but she needs to actually be using a powder and brush it through. Like, I think she's so cute, but I want to fix her makeup so bad. It breaks my fucking heart just looking at it. And her eyebrows are different every shot, like every day. Yeah, you have no idea. That was one of my notes.
The only thing I noticed was like the way people were dressed.
Oh, okay. Were you fine with it?
I fucking hate Bobby's tux.
Yeah, you did mention that.
I'll just go into that. I fucking hate it. I mean, the blazer and pants are fine.
Yeah.
Just that goddamn bow tie. And I don't mind a good bow tie. A bow tie is nice. A bow tie, I mean, I don't know if I could pull one off personally because I've never worn a bow tie.
Well,
but goals.
First of all, we should get you one, yeah.
But yes, goals. But the bow tie, like I said, it was just ugly as shit, and I couldn't even like bear to look at it. I was like, what? What are you doing? It's just, ugh.
That's how I feel about Danielle's makeup.
But I think Dave, as boring as he is, he had the best tux.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, his was cute. Mm-hmm. I noticed, though, that whenever they go to the wedding day, all the guys' tuxes are kind of ill-fitting.
Are they?
Yeah.
Probably because they don't have time to get them tailored.
Right.
They're just like, here, off the shelf.
Yeah, because when they find out, it's like, oh, in 2 weeks you're going to be married. So, that makes sense. Okay, what else? I think there was one other thing. Oh, we didn't talk too much about, like, I guess we did kind of talk about the bride and grooms meeting up. And we talked about how Mia won't have a kiss. Oh, and then Dave was like, I want to build an emotional connection with my wife before having sex.
He said it for the camera.
He's lying.
He's because he knows. You know what? He knows this marriage is going to tank. But it's good exposure for him with all these ladies out there in the world. And he's just like, let me put on this face.
Yeah,
girls,
he's trying to be
ladies
nice.
out there, I want an emotional connection with you before we fuck.
Right. And then, yeah, so he's acting like that because they always ask, are you going to fuck? And he was like, oh, I want an emotional connection. And then the little guy, Bobby, was like, I'm not looking for that the first night. And then...
They're lying.
They're fucking lying.
They're all lying.
Right.
Like, if I were there, I'd be like, yeah, I want a bone.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, obviously I'm going to marry this person. Like, I'm fucking having sex.
If I can't have sex, like, that's like, isn't that like one of the key qualifiers of like a relationship anyways too? It's like,
right.
You know, your romantic health and your sexual health, or not health, that's a connection.
I mean, sexual health is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, connection.
Yeah.
Romantic and sexual connection. Like, there's I feel like they're two separate things, but they need to connect. They need to merge. I don't know.
Because I think that's really what separates you from being like best friends, to being partners. It's like that kind of sexual like connection that you have with somebody. Otherwise, like you're in a friendship. Like as far as Mia goes, like thinking she's gonna just shake her husband's hand. And the reason she's doing it, she's like,
they're doomed.
Christian. Yeah, like they're both Christian
doomed
as fuck. It's like, well, you're apparently getting married, so like your God's cool with that.
Unless they use a loophole.
I mean, it's going to cause problems down the road because she's not going to have sex with him for a while. She won't even kiss him. She said she's going to shake his hand.
So those are our first, like, so who do you, I mean, we haven't even really like seen them interact at all. That's the downside about like talking about the first episode. It's just like, we don't have a lot of content to be like, oh, this is how they're acting and stuff. We're just, everything we're saying right now is just based on total speculation and predictions and stuff.
Yeah, I think we can only do predictions right now. Let's just do our predictions, and then I really am excited to see more. Like, I wanted to watch episode 2 so bad.
I know, me too. But, by the way, I got to say this really quick.
What?
Is one moment I was laughing my ass off during the show.
When?
Was when all the ladies were at the buying the rings.
Yeah.
And then they go to the ring salesman, and she's just such a bad actor. She's like holding a smile there. She's like, "Oh, what's that? What are your husbands like?" They're like, "Oh, we're getting married at first sight." She's like, "Oh, that's risky."
Yeah.
Like trying to act like she hadn't heard this before. Like they didn't come in here with a whole camera crew and stuff and be like, "By the way, we're recording you for this thing and blah blah blah." But just make sure you act like you don't know any of this. Like, oh wow, you're getting married.
Yeah, her face. She was like, "So, what are your husbands like?" She's like, "I am a robot, and I would like to know what your husbands are like." And they were like, "We don't know them." And then she was like,
like the only thing that could have made it better is like she turned to the camera like and smacked her face like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone, just like, "No way! I had no idea."
That part was funny. And then another thing that I thought was so funny was right after that ring shopping when they're like, "Oh, apparently I need a size 10. Apparently I need a size 11. And Danielle was like, "I need a size 3 for Bobby."
Was that what it was?
It was a 6. I exaggerated. It was a 6. But still, she was like, "Oh my God." And then afterwards, I think she was like, "Am I going to marry a munchkin?" Or she said something like that. She said a child-sized man. I was like, "Bitch, yeah, and he's about to have a temper too."
They're also towards the end of the episode. It's another thing that I like find so comical.
What?
Is as Bobby was walking down the aisle, like you hear everyone just like they're whispering, like, "Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's cute." Like, could you imagine if like it was just some grotesque being walking down the aisle, and everyone just having to hold their comments of like, "Oh, well,
yikes,
sucks for her." I'm sure they'd have to try and find something nice to say for the camera, like, "Oh, he's well dressed."
Right. "Oh, that's a great bow tie." And you'd be in the audience like, "No, it isn't. God damn it."
"You shut your goddamn mouth. You know it's hideous."
Shut your goddamn mouth when you're talking to me. Okay, so that's I think that's the wrap up. And the conclusion from that is, I guess I'll do my conclusions. You can do yours and then we can predict. I think my conclusion is that Amber is, I have something to say, but it's so not nice. And I'm not trying to be mean. It's just an observation I made.
Amber, if you're watching this, we're sorry, but you put yourself in that position. I'm ready, set, take it away. I'm sorry.
And go. Amber is so sweet. She's actually my favorite one. I think she's so sweet. She looks like Willem Dafoe. Dude, tell me she doesn't.
I'd have to look at her again. Boy, pull up a picture of her.
Okay.
Let's see it.
All right. She looks like, and I'm not trying to be mean, but this shit is so real right now. Let's see. Oh, I wrote Amber Dafoe. What is it? Amber Married at First Sight. Season 7, I guess I have to write. There's been multiple Ambers, apparently.
Oh.
I can't see a picture of her. Oh, here she is.
Show the camera. Because I see it now.
Dude.
Next thing we know, she's gonna be helping John Wick and going after Spider-Man, and then
where she's gonna be like, I'm somewhat of a scientist myself. Will the camera see?
Oh,
or can you put it on digitally after?
Yeah.
Do that. So put her up, and then put Willem Dafoe up.
Just text me that picture.
Next. Okay, I will after.
And then we'll have it so everyone can see. But for everyone that's listening, you're shit out of luck.
Yeah, and for everyone that's listening, thank you for listening this far. I can't believe it.
Oh, they tuned out like within 5 minutes.
They tuned out. Okay, so that was Amber. She's sweet, but that's the situation. Dave is boring as hell. Danielle is, I still haven't really figured her out. She seems really reserved, so I can't really get a read. Bobby, I think, is gonna have a horrible temper and be a little asshole, and he's not gonna want to put effort in when things get hard or don't go his way. Mia is honestly,
he also has high eyes.
Yeah.
He has very high eyes.
Yeah.
Like he's squinting all the time. You can't read his emotions.
Right, because he's crazy.
He always looks suspicious. I want to love you.
Right. I'm committed, even though I don't know her.
A ring is a circle.
On that fucking bull. Mia is kind of psycho, honestly. I'm sorry, but she's psycho, and like she's psycho. Tristan, but not in a bad way, though, you know?
Okay, well, in the past, and I don't mean this in a bad way against anyone religious, but everyone who's ever been religious historically in the show has always kind of had the weird, crazy streak to them.
Yeah.
Of like, they have these crazy high standards and like this crazy temperament that just kind of like, you're just like, whoa.
100%. Yeah, whenever they're super religious, I feel like the women always are really psycho, and the guys are always kind of emotionally abused by those women. They
kind of sit there and take it.
Yeah, like I can't remember that one couple from last season, but remember she was so emotionally abusive to him, and she was so manipulative. It was like, it like hurt my tummy to watch sometimes because it was so, it just made me so sad. So she's kind of psycho. And then Tristan, I can't really get a read on him. I think he's just kind of like, I'm having fun. You know, like, he's just like a nice, chill person who's desperate, I guess. What would you say? Would you agree?
I agree. I totally agree.
But you liked Bobby at first.
I kind of like Bobby.
Yeah, you still
I mean, not at first. I still kind of like Bobby.
Right.
Just because, like, he's the wild card.
Yeah,
he's going to be the wild card. I want to see what streets he goes down.
That's a good prediction because everybody else is kind of like maybe boring and will have kind of like usual type issues, and then I think Bobby's just gonna be like freaking out. Yeah,
that's like I said. It's hard to really make any like good predictions or like impactful like commentary right now at this point because the couples still haven't even met each other yet. We literally are just introduced to these people, and now we have to be like, this is who they are and stuff. Right. So the next few episodes are we're gonna get really meaty and gritty and stuff, really, really deep.
When do they go? So the next episode. So this episode ended where they're about to walk down the aisle, which is where they meet for the first time. So the second episode will open with them doing that, and then I think they'll get ready to go on their honeymoon, right? Mm-hmm.
I think honeymoon's usually split into like 2 episodes.
Yeah, I think it's
there's a lot of content there, a lot of juiciness.
Right.
A lot of stuff.
I'm so excited for the honeymoons. That's my favorite part of like the whole season usually.
Is the honeymoons?
Yeah, because that's when you really like, because it always starts out with them, they're like, I love my husband. Like you can see them like eating fruit and saying that, and then it always gets to a point where they're like, I didn't sign up for this.
That's like, where all the tension starts to build.
Yeah, that's where it starts. Like it's just funny because it starts out like one day so fakely like happy and in love. They're like, I can see myself falling in love with this parasite, and then like by the end of it they're like, I don't know if I can be with this parasite. So I love watching that change happen within literally 3 days.
So I'm like on the opposite's not the right word to say, but I'm kind of like in line with you, but my favorite part of the show is after the honeymoon when they get settled back down into normal life and they're like,
right.
So we committed to this.
Right.
We're pretty stupid. Let's see how this goes. And then like all the like the fine detail, like compatibility issues come out and stuff like, no, the silverware goes in that drawer, and
right.
Really like mundane arguments that are hilarious, and that shows like how connected they are.
Like the everyday life kind of things, because when obviously
Yes.
if you're on a honeymoon and like doing the wedding, like that's vacation shit and that's not real life shit. It's like seeing how your life kind of matches somebody else's. That's why I like the honeymoons too, because they start getting psycho and they haven't even had to do that stuff yet.
And they're too well, actually another good part about the honeymoons too is like some of them are usually always like too scared to like step on each other's toes at that point too. And like one of them will outburst and be like, well,
right,
I'm just gonna go sit on the beach.
Yeah, there's always one
there's
person.
No confrontation.
Right, there's always one person who shuts down, like emotionally shuts down and sits on the beach or on the balcony.
Yep.
I can't wait for that.
We get to enjoy their juicy tears.
Oh my God! So next week we get to recap the wedding, which weddings. There's 3 of them.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think that about does it.
So, I mean, prediction. We did impressions, predictions. So, if you had to pick a favorite couple right now, though, who would you pick?
Favorite couple?
I mean, it's hard to even. Hard to even say, but no, it'll be funny to go back to this episode, and then on our very last episode, see who our favorite couple is in comparison to right now.
That's true. So far, I actually want to say Amber and Dave because they are like, I guess boring, but I think that they're nice people. Boring. They're boring, but I think that I actually think that like if they do have issues or problems, I think they're kind of going to be more willing to want to like work it out because I think they are like, they're both kind of gentle natured, So I think that they're probably my favorite because Amber seems really sweet. Dave's boring as hell, but I don't know.
They're so boring. I don't know how you can choose them as your favorite. They're like the kind of couple that just like wakes up on a Saturday morning. It's like, you want to go to the farmer's market?
Well, that's why I think they're going to work out.
Just their boringness is going to connect them.
Yeah, like they're just not, I don't think they're going to be drama starters. So they're both just going to be kind of chill, try to get to know each other, be like willing to work with each other. They'll probably have one issue where it's just like, when he said that, I felt like he meant this. And then he's going to be like, I didn't mean that. And then she's going to be like, And like, I think like those will be their problems. I think the other 2 couples are going to have like big issues come up. Like, or more drama, I guess. What about, who's your favorite? I think you already said.
Danielle and Bobby.
Why?
Well, because Danielle just seems chill and kind of hilarious. And then Bobby, like I said, he's the ticking time bomb I need in my life.
That's true.
I need to watch something that puts tension, he leaves me on the edge of my seat. He's going to be the one who I'm going to be like, oh, what's he going to do now? What's he going to do now? What's he going to do now? Or he just might be a really, like, weird goober.
You're choosing based off drama, and I'm choosing based off, like, they're so chill and boring.
So I'm being sadistic, I guess, at this point.
Right.
I want the one that's going to give me the most juicy explosion,
Right.
That satisfies my sadistic needs.
That's the point of the show. Who do you think is going to work out and who do you think won't? Or if any? Or all?
None of them. None of them are going to work out.
None?
No, none. Okay, maybe Mia and Tristan, but none of them.
Mia and Tristan, why do you choose them? Because they love God?
Yeah. Their connection to God is what's going to keep them together.
But we've seen historically that doesn't work in this show.
But I'm being optimistic.
I'm optimistic about Amber and Dave. That's why they're my favorite couple, because I'm going to get competitive with this shit. And I think they're going to win. And by win, I mean stay married.
Take it all the way?
Mm-hmm.
How often does that happen in the show, though? Like once every 5 seasons.
Right. Because, well, even the ones who stay together, like at the end. Oh, that's
divorce.
Another thing. We didn't even mention that. They have to, at the end, decide if they're going to stay together. After 2 months, they have to choose. Are they going to stay together or are they going to part ways?
Well, hopefully anyone that's watching this right now knows the whole rule,
right?
The structure of Married at First Sight. But yes, you're right.
Yeah.
These people, they get married, then they stay together for 2 months, is it?
Yeah.
And then they have to decide. Tell in front of therapists and the camera, be like, yeah, I want to stay married to you, or no, I don't.
Right. And that's also a fucking cop-out and why these people are lazy.
It doesn't make it, like when you have that kind of a deadline on something,
right.
It doesn't make it real at all.
Yeah, because when you get married, there's not a deadline. And I think that's what causes a lot of them, too, to kind of be like, I don't know if I can do this, because they know, like, obviously when you're married, there is a you can get divorced. You can even annul early, right?
Mm-hmm.
But these people, they have it set up where they get to choose, like, oh, I'm annulling it. Bye. Like,
so there's no like stakes.
Yeah.
At that point, you know.
Right.
Like, I don't know. That you summarized it pretty well. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, it's just.
That's why these are morons.
At first sight.
Hey, name of the show.
Sing us out.
Dude. All right, so then I think a good way to close out shows is we choose this week's top moron.
Oh, the top moron?
Who's we have to choose one person. Who is this week's top moron?
It's hard because it's early days, but my top moron is definitely Bobby, because he rode a mechanical bull as a man on national television.
What's wrong with that?
It just looked so bitch.
So you're saying if I rode a mechanical bull, you wouldn't be impressed? You'd call me a bitch?
I can still be impressed by a bitch, but...
Damn.
I would be like, Ricky, I would cheer you on because obviously we're great friends, but... I mean, it's so bitch. It's so bitch as a guy to ride a mechanical bull, because the whole point of a mechanical bull is what? Like trying to look, sexy, I guess, right? So when women do it, they're
when has that ever been the point of a mechanical bull?
Dude, that's the point. Because when women do it, they're trying to look like they're riding dick. That's why, like, have you ever seen a woman ride a mechanical bull and she's holding on for dear life and, like, she's actually trying to just, like, be holding on and be like, I'm going to win this. Like, no. She's always like, like, you know what I mean? They're always trying
with
to look
one arm
hot.
in the air with, like, the breast, like, pumped out, like,
right.
Ooh, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where you're getting at now. And I've never interpreted a bull riding like that. No, but now next time I watch a girl get a bull...
A girl get a bull ride. I want to know what kind of shit you're watching when you turn off the show and watch. But yeah, so that was so bitch. So I'm going to name him as that because he basically looked like he was just trying to ride dick on TV. And then he got sentimental afterwards. So it's like he fucked the bull and then got sentimental. So.
Well, I'm choosing Bobby for totally different reasons.
For his bow tie?
For his bow tie. That's for one. For having his mom... For him not having the audacity to choose his own goddamn bow tie. Grow some balls, dress yourself, and don't have your mom pick out your fucking bow tie.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. His mom, it was so bitch. See, Bobby is so bitch, dude. That's my issue with him, is he's so bitch that I know it's going to come out angrily afterwards because he knows he's so bitch. And he's insecure with being so bitch, but he can't stop. So then he's going to come out and be raging. But yeah, so bitch that his mom had to choose out his outfit.
Mm-hmm. I agree. And also just because, he seems the most naive out of all of them.
Yeah.
Just like the speech he gave at the ring shop.
Right.
That's just, you can see it in that moment of like, man, this guy's going to get his heart broken because he's an idiot.
Yeah, but he's going to get his heart broken because of his psycho anger issues, and he's going to break his own heart by treating Danielle like shit. That's such a wild prediction to make, but I feel that in my plums. And he's so bitch. I'm sorry to Bobby.
It's hard to like sympathize with you when you're like, I'm so sorry, I feel bad for the but he's a bitch.
I'm so sorry, Bobby. You're a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I could beat Bobby up with my bare hands.
You think?
I really feel that I could take him.
Let's hope he watches this, and then we're going to clear out this room and set up a boxing ring, a bare knuckle boxing fight for you to beat the living shit out of Bobby.
I would love it. But I don't know, because he does have that rage.
This is love to you, Bobby.
This is... Yeah. You like this, you little bitch? But...
You want to ride this bow?
No, I don't. Yeah. I don't condone violence. And no offense to Bobby, but he's just so bitch.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, I think that's a great place to wrap things up.
Me too.
This is a great episode. First episode of Morons at First Sight. If you like what you listen to, keep listening. Subscribe to us wherever podcasts are found.
Right.
We'll be sure to bring the content, the juicy content. You just bring those juicy... No.
You bring those juicy ears.
Yeah, bring them plump ears for us to fill them with content.
And if for some fucking reason you're still listening by now, Please don't stop.
Why wouldn't they be?
We'll be back next week with more examples of how Bobby is a bitch.
Farewell.
Bye.
Bye.